I've been running YouTube channels for the past 2 years, generating multiple results like this one or this one for my clients, generating thousands of leads and of course dollars. And in this video, I will be answering the most common questions that a person might have when starting a YouTube channel or already having a YouTube channel and it not performing. I pulled here on my phone the most common questions, so I'll answer them. I hop on calls with business owners almost every day, answering their concerns, and these are the most common things that I hear all the time. So let's dive in. The first question is, I want to go viral with my business channel. Should I post more entertainment content? This is something that is more common than you might think. You might look at big creators, see the views they're pulling, and you with your boring whiteboard video, you only get like 10 to 100 views. But you need to think about it. You're already playing a hard game because you're competing with search engines and other bigger people in your exact same space. You don't want to be competing with Mr. Beast also. And another thing that happens is you must think what goes on in the viewer's mind when he goes to YouTube. He goes to YouTube for entertainment content to just relax. Like I go on YouTube and watch motorcycle content to relax. I don't want somebody to start to telling me that I'm doing something wrong or any other stuff. But when I'm researching, I'm in a whole different state. I have my notepad, I have my notes that I'm ready to implement, and I'm invested in learning. I have my attention. But when I'm watching entertainment content, I'm just laid back and not really paying attention. If you're trying to mix match this entertainment type with business, it won't work. People who will ultimately buy from you, they want in-depth guides or in-depth answers like I'm doing right now. Simple and on point. Next question. How can I tell if my videos are performing well or not? This ties back to the entertainment versus education thing. Is that I see many people that get 100 views and they start asking me, my videos don't perform well. Yeah, okay, the views tell, the views mean something, but are you getting sales? I have a client right now who gets anywhere between 100 and 1000 views per video, depending on the scope and where the video is positioned in the funnel. And he's doing like 90% of his traffic is coming from YouTube and he does like 50K a month. So the views really don't matter. Is the ROI positive? That's the question you should be asking, not views. I get sales calls from 10 to 20 views on my YouTube channel because I'm really in a small space. But it proves that you don't need views in order to get book calls, and the content could work for you in different ways than views, like you send it out to prospects and stuff like that. So the question you should be asking, if my content is performing, should be asking yourself, am I getting sales that come from YouTube? And of course you track it in your calendar and stuff like that. Next question. I have 100k subs but barely any views on long form. Why is that and what should I do? This is a recent thing that many channels suffer from with the appearance of short form. They start posting on short form, and there's two main reasons. I'll start on short form. They start posting on short form because you get more views and your subscriber count skyrockets. But shorts viewers don't aren't interested so much in long form because that's not the content type they prefer. If they watch short form, they likely will stay on short form and they won't relay back to your long form content. And the second thing is you had a big channel in the past, neglected it for 2 to 3 years, and now you start posting, or you switch the niche and say, let's use this 100k channel for this different niche. But that's completely wrong, because if you had a 100k channel that you were speaking about fitness content and right now you start talking about a whole different thing, like you are doing fitness content for consumers and right now you're doing advanced B2B SaaS, the fitness audience that gets served your new video won't care. And by the time the algorithm will shift and rethink who should see your video, it's already too late. You're better off by starting a new channel with your specific offer and for your specific niche. Next question. I don't have time because I have a family, a business to run, and I suck. I'm anxious at talking on camera. Is YouTube worth it? Of course, I would say to you 100% it's worth it. With our specific system, it only takes 2 hours of your time per month in recording. So I guess you can find 2 hours per time, 2 hours of time per month. And if you're anxious on camera, a tip that I found useful for myself, which I'm not a native speaker in English, is to try to picture a friend sitting behind the camera, because then it will make it feel like you're talking to someone. And as a business owner who probably sells stuff, it's impossible that you don't know how to talk on camera, because you probably do sales calls that you explain yourself and you probably speak to other business owners and stuff like that. So it's impossible that you cannot ramble on camera for 20 minutes speaking something valuable. Next question is, should I invest into learning more about YouTube or hiring someone? If my channel gets only 5 views, I feel the investment is not worth it and I should do things alone. I get where you're coming from. The thing with YouTube is that it's exponential. So it starts really slow at the beginning, but then ramps up. And of course, you aren't seeing results on your own, like doing the same thing over and over again and expecting other results is the definition of insanity or madness. You not getting the results, it's clearly a video's problem. Like your videos aren't entertaining enough, you don't have enough proof and stuff like that. As to face the same issue, like thinking of myself that it's for nothing, like I get nothing. But there's someone who needs your help, and you need to really think of each video like a stepping stone or like a bridge. I like to think about it like at the other side of the river, there's your YouTube success, and every video is building a step on that bridge. Like you can't cross the river without building a bridge. So start laying your foundation, and brick by brick by brick, you'll end up there. So that is what I would say to a person who hasn't gotten any results, but really made up his mind that YouTube is not worth it. Next question. I did YouTube for 2 years with no results. YouTube is not for me because of the algorithm, not my fault. This is a common belief that I see mostly beginners are making, because they toss out the blame to something else. Everything is your fault. You're not succeeding, you're not getting that fancy watch or car, is your fault. And if you start, then you can start improving things and making it better. So it's a false belief. YouTube definitely works. Like my clients can tell you that, and me. So YouTube works great. It won't go away anytime soon. Next question. My channel is perfect. Everything is doing great because I know everything. Why should I listen to you or any advice on the internet? Yeah, you may be getting good results on your YouTube channel, but that doesn't mean it couldn't be better. Any outside help is welcome. Like if I get a LinkedIn agency that comes to me, and I won't have a big ego and say, "Oh, I already know how to do LinkedIn. You can't help me." I like to be open with everything. Like it always could be better, and of course, everyone can research on YouTube and start making decent videos. But the thing that you want, and when you're adding a new channel, is don't want to start adding things up, because then you'll just get burnt out or stuff. That's why I feel like my product and my service is so valuable, because it lets you use all the advantages of YouTube with just 2 hours of your time per month, and you can start getting a result. So if you, let's say for example, hire me and you don't see a growth in views and stuff like that, and you don't see the ROI, then you're probably not listening to me, because it's impossible to not see an improvement with the right tactics applied, and with the right videos being made and stuff like that. So it's just not true. Let's get into the final question. I believe that my target customer never watches YouTube. So should I do content if nobody will watch? Great question to end this video. And I will just ask you a question. When something isn't working, your ad is not being pushed out, what's the first thing you do? You either A, search on Google, which Google also serves you YouTube videos, more on that later, or you ask an AI or maybe a friend or stuff like that. But Google and an AI are most commonly asked right now. Google also serves YouTube videos. AIs, all LLMs, also read YouTube videos. And because YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet, like, do you think it's more likely for people to search for their problem on YouTube or not, if it's the second largest? So almost everyone is on YouTube. Let's say like ADHD kids who probably aren't good customers aren't on YouTube long form, they're just scrolling shorts all day. But almost everyone in the business space and almost everyone who wants to succeed and improve themselves is 100% on YouTube. Dentists trying to, because I recently had a message, I pitched someone my service and they say, dentists aren't on YouTube. Like, that's really false. There's tons of dentists that succeed with YouTube and make millions by making content for other dentists on how to run ads and stuff like that. Like, there's probably someone who already is capitalizing on YouTube and building an audience, while you sit back and say, oh, my audience isn't there, they're only on Facebook. That's really not true. Any YouTube search will and let's say if there's no creator in your niche, you have the weirdest niche, like septic tank installations, something really weird, you have the most weird niche and you can't find anything on YouTube, then that means you're extremely lucky, and you can be the first one who can capitalize on the YouTube. You're basically seeing a blue ocean. So this is my take on all the questions. Hopefully you found something valuable. Again, if you want my help so you can succeed with YouTube with just 2 hours of your time, grab a time down below with me and I'll see you there. And also watch these two videos right here, and bye bye.